Hey everyone, welcome to Yoqi. I'm Marisa, and today I've got a detoxifying technique that you can do at home. It's called Meridian beanbagging because we're going to be using a beanbag like this. Now this technique has been used in China by martial artists and warriors for hundreds of years. They actually use sticks of bamboo and other things, whatever they can get their hands on, to really give themselves that iron body, what they call iron body in Chinese, or the firm muscle tone. This is also really detoxifying for the meridians, for the organs, and for the skin. So we're going to use it to invigorate and purge. Now, it works by using a beanbag like this. And I made these myself. They're made out of batik, and you can get them on the Yoqi website. I even have some men colors in case you don't like these girly floral batik ones. So something for everyone. Check it out. If you don't have a beanbag, you can use your fist and just knock on these meridians that we're going to be tracing. Now, we will be using the beanbag along the meridians. So this is a really great way for you to get to know how the meridians run through the body. We're going to do the lower body and then the upper body. This is going to be really invigorating. So make sure that you don't knock too hard, that you hurt yourself. If you have any injuries, you want to kind of be gentle on those. But you don't want to knock too light, that you don't stimulate the body. And you might notice that some areas are more sensitive than others. This may be where there is some qi stagnation. So you could work a little bit longer on those areas. All right, so grab what you need, find your way to the mat, and join me. Let's move some qi.
Begin tapping on the lower abdomen to center your energy. This area is called the lower dantian in Chinese and is your internal power center.
Now tap on the opposite side on the lower back. This area has many important acupressure points, including the MING or door of life. That is an important point for vitality. Now we'll start the meridian cycle, the lower body beginning at the outer left hip. Step your leg out and turn your foot. This will give you a comfortable range of motion. Start tapping on the hip. Tap all around the outer hip and side of your glute muscles. Here we're stimulating the gallbladder meridian. The gallbladder moves down the outside of the leg, so follow the flow of the meridian down the lateral side of your leg and feel the vibrations. Pause at the outside of the knee. This point is good for the knee joints. Continue down the outside of the lower leg to the foot and end on the outer edge of the fourth toe where the gallbladder meridian ends. From here, we'll connect to the liver meridian, beginning at the inside of the big toe. Just tap on that general area and trace a line from the big toe up the front of the foot, curve around the inside of the calf to the inside of the knee. Pause and do a little extra knock at the inside of the knee. Then trace the line up the inside of the leg to the groin. Get some nice taps in there. Now switch sides. Step your right foot forward and we'll do the meridian circuit on the right side. First, tap around the right hip, lots of gallbladder points here. And make sure to get those sensitive areas where your glutes attach to your hip and pelvis. And then move down the gallbladder meridian, pausing at the outside of the knee. Tap all around this area, real good. Feeling the vibration, releasing any pent-up tensions in the area, and move down the outside of the calf, over the ankle, down to the fourth toe. Then connect to the liver meridian on the big toe, and trace this line up the foot, and curve to the inside of the knee, tapping here, then up the inner thigh to the groin. Take some nice deep breaths. And now we'll move to the next circuit, the bladder and kidneys. So step your left leg out, shift your weight onto the right leg for balance. Bend forward slightly and begin tapping on the area right under your sit bones. The line running down the center of the back of the leg is the bladder meridian. So tap down the back of the leg, and when you get to the back of the knee, stay here for a moment. Tap all around the back of the knee. This is really good for the lower back. And move down to the calf. Also feels really nice. And down the center line of the calf to the Achilles tendon, wrap around to the outer edge of the foot, all the way to the pinky toe where the bladder meridian ends. Now we'll connect the circuit to the kidney meridian. So lift your left foot up and balance in a figure 4 over your leg
and tap on the sole of the foot.
If you feel unstable, you can use a chair or a wall to balance. This is your kidney 1 point or bubbling spring. And then move up to the inner ankle. Be very gentle here. You don't need to whack your inner ankle. It can be sensitive. Then release your foot and continue moving up the inside of the calf. Don't worry about being perfect. The beauty of the beanbag is that they vibrate throughout the whole area and affect all the points on the meridians. So this general area, continue tapping up the inside of the leg, the groin, and end right above your pubic bone.
Now do the other side. So step your right leg out, shift your weight onto the left leg for balance. Start at the right sit bone and move down the center line to the back of the knee.
Spend some extra time here again at the back of the knee, knocking all around these points. Feel the lower back open. And then move down the center line of the back of the leg, through the calf, to the Achilles tendon, wrap around to the outer edge of the foot, and all the way around to the pinky toe. Now lift your right foot up and tap on the kidney 1 point on the bottom of your foot. Tap the inside of the ankle, following and tracing the kidney meridian. Then release your foot and continue tapping up the medial side of the leg, tracing it up, and notice how the vibrations penetrate deep into these muscles. Continue up through the groin and end right above your pubic bone. And now we're going to move down the stomach spleen meridian circuit. Begin by tapping around the hip flexors of the left leg. Keep tapping down the front of the leg on the outer edge of the femur, not the inside. Come down to the knee, tapping on the knee, and then the stomach 36 point, right about 2 inches below the knee, on the outside of the tibia. This should feel really good. This is a really powerful point for the stomach and immune system. So take a little more time here. And then down, 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 across the ankle to the tops of the second and third toes. And then connect to the spleen meridian. This is on the inside edge at the tip of the big toe. Rotate your foot so you can tap along the bone of your big toe and the bone of your foot all the way to the ankle. And trace it all the way up the inside of the tibia. So now we're tapping up the muscles along the inside edge of that bone that runs up the center line of your leg. Follow the line past the knee and up the front of the leg, again on the inside of the femur bone. Finish at the front of the hip on the inguinal area. Cross over to the right leg, down the outside of the center line, down the front of your right thigh. Tracing it down over the knee, pause at stomach 36 point. This is that sensitive point right about 2 inches below the knee, outside the tibia. Then continue down the muscle band on the outside of the tibia bone to the front of the ankle, down the center of the foot to the tops of the second and third toes. And we'll connect to the spleen meridian. It's on the edge of the tip of the big toe, the outer edge. Rotate your foot so you can easily tap here and along that bone of your big toe and foot, all the way to the inside of the ankle and up the tibia, past the knee, and up the line running along the inside of the femur bone. Finish at the front of the hip on the inguinal area, and we've finished the lower body. So let's move on to give some attention to our internal organs. Beginning with the liver. The liver's on your right side. Tap on your liver. Now as you do this, when we work with the organs and glands, we want to send them love and joy. So have a positive attitude, and that creates a positive vibration. So smile when you do this. Move over to your spleen, smile at your spleen. Come up to your chest. This is your heart, and it's the thymus. So let's do a little extra thymus thump here to stimulate the thymus gland and give some energy to our immune system. The thymus is located right here in front of your heart behind your sternum bone, so we're going to tap here a bit. Now it's really powerful to smile and generate loving kindness towards yourself and bring awareness that by stimulating your thymus gland, you are stimulating your T cells. Very important cells that help your immune system function, so this is really good for your body. Be very gentle with the thumping here. It should be comfortable. Take some nice deep breaths. relax, and say thank you to life. From the thymus, we move to the lung points. So right under the clavicle is lung 1 and 2. We'll start on the left side. Extend your left arm and imagine drawing 3 lines down the inside of your arm. There is one in the middle and one running along the outer edge and the inner edge of the arm. So from the first lung points, we're going to trace down the outer edge of the interior side of your arm. Pause at the inside of the elbow joint. Lots of powerful points here. And then keep moving all the way to the inside of the wrist, down the thumb. Flip your hand over and we'll come up this large intestine meridian. Open the web of your thumb and tap on the sensitive point here. It's very good for our digestion, for relieving headaches. This is a powerful area right here, large intestine 4, and then all the way up past the wrist, moving on the outside of the arm now, the yang side, to the elbow, and then to the shoulder. Now we'll do the heart and small intestine circuit. So begin at heart 1 point by tapping under the armpit. You can lift your arm up here and tap. Feel a nice release of tension and all these deep muscles that actually go through our rotator cuff. And then tap down the inside edge of the inside of your arm. So really rotate your hand outwards so you can reach the inside of your arm. Pause at the elbow and then trace it down that line, that bone, all the way to the wrist and down the pinky finger. Flip the hand and then tap on the back side of the pinky finger down to the base of the pinky finger. This is a really great area to release neck tension. Then follow the line up the outer edge of the outside of the hand to the outside, the edge of the wrist, to the elbow, all around the outside of the elbow, and then around to the back of the shoulder blade. The last circuit of the arm is the pericardium triple warmer. So begin right outside your nipple area and move over the shoulder, right down the center line of your arm now. Get some good taps there, right in the inside of your elbow, that center point. And then down, tap the inside of the wrist. So about 3 inches above your wrist, knock here. This is the inner energy gate. And then tap the inside of the hand. This is our healing hand point, moving through the middle finger. And then flip it over and tap up the back of the hand. This is the triple warmer meridian, right up the center line of that middle finger, the middle of the wrist, and then about 3 inches above your wrist to the outer gate, called Wai Guan, moving up the midline of the outside of the arm, pass over the elbow, and then follow the line all the way over to the back of your shoulder. The triple warmer flows all the way up into your head. We'll switch sides. Let's do these 3 circuits on our right side. So start at your lung 1 and 2 points right below the collarbones. Take some deep breaths and open the lungs. And we'll begin to move down the lung meridian, extending that arm. Trace down the outer edge of the interior side of your arm. Pause at the inside of the elbow joint. The joints, very important. And then all the way down that line, tracing it to the inside of the thumb. Flip your hand over and come to Hugu, large intestine 4, between the web of the thumb and the first finger. Open it up and keep moving up this line, following the edge of the bone up to the elbow area. Pause at the elbow joint and then keep moving all the way up to the shoulder. And now we'll do the heart meridian, so lifting the arm, beginning under the armpit, releasing tension and tightness, opening up this area, and then take it up into the inside of your arm, so rotating your hand so you can really dig in there. Pause around the elbow, that bone sticking out there, tap all around it, and then trace this line down to the pinky finger. Flip the hand and tap on the outside of the base of your pinky finger.
Get the other side, balance left and right, and then move it to the wrist, all along the outer edge of the wrist, on the back of the hand, tracing up that bone along the edge, all the way to the elbow, up the arm, the back of the arm, the outer edge, to the shoulder and around to the shoulder blade. Last circuit, we begin right outside your right nipple and move over the shoulder, now down the center line of your arm, straight down the center line. And pause at the eye of the inner elbow. And then pause again about 3 inches above your wrist and knock here. This is Neiguan, the inner gate. Continue down to the wrist, through the wrist into the inside of the hand, opening up the energy center in the palm of the hand, down through the middle finger, flip it over, tap up the back of the hand through the middle finger, back of the wrist, and then tap about 3 inches above your wrist. This is our outer gate, moving up the midline of the outside of the arm, over the elbow. Follow the line all the way up, over the back of your shoulder, to your neck, tendons of your neck. If you start to become blotchy with red spots, that's good. You're opening up areas that are blocked or stagnant. Now tap your neck and shoulders, so relieve some of that tension from all this work. We'll get to tap the upper back. And what's so nice about beanbagging is that it has the length, so you can reach your back. So get the shoulder blades in the center of the upper back. Feel that nice tension releasing, opening up those lines of tension and meridians. And now turn your beanbag on the side, so the smaller side of the bag. And you can use this part of the beanbag for smaller areas of the body, like the neck and the face, and you don't have to hit very hard. We're going to start at the base of the skull. You can imagine your mind like a computer screen, and here we're just pushing the reset button. So tapping real gently, getting back to the white screen. Release any thoughts or memories you don't need, just letting it go. Move to the jaws, gently tap on your jaws. Tap on the sinuses. Forehead. Tap all around the hairline, lots of points here, and then the crown of the head. So we're not beating our head. Be gentle here, and then tap down the center line of your skull, like the mohawk line, from the top or the hairline all the way down over the head, and then tap down the sides of the skull. Be very gentle. Good, and that's it.